back again with a different kind of video. This video is gonna be the get to know me tag. I figured I've been on YouTube for so many years now, and I have a whole lot of new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. I have a whole lot of new viewers, and I never made a like get to know me tag, or never really like talk about like myself, I guess, in my videos. I just kind of show you what I do with my hair and my techniques and things like that, and keep it moving. So I decided that you guys might be interested in a get to know me tag, so here it is. All right, so I have a series of questions, and I have about 26 questions, and the reason why I have 26 questions is a bonus fun fact that I'm born February 26th, and 26 is a big number for me. That and the number 16 are like my favorite numbers, so I just decided to go with 26 questions. So yeah, but yeah, the first question is, what's your first and middle name and their meaning? Okay, so my first name is Pierre, and my middle name is actually Mandela. So, well, Mandela technically. So Pierre Mandela, or Pierre Mandela, however you want to say it. Pierre means it's French. It's usually a boy's name, and it means rock or precious stone. It's, you know, equivalent to the name Peter in English. And my middle name is Mandela after Nelson Mandela, because he was released from prison the same week I was born in 1990. So my mom decided to go with that. So it's a complete boy's name. But yeah, my mom named me that because her name is a boy's name. Her name is Vinny, and that's actually her first name. There's nothing else to it. It's not a nickname or anything like that. Her name is just Vinny, V-I-N-N-I-E. So she wanted her daughter to have a boy's name, so that's how I got the name Pierre Mandela. Mandela, I actually don't even know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. Mandela meaning. It's African, obviously. It's South African because Nelson Mandela is South African. It's a boy's name, and I should have looked this up before I came on here. There's a mandala, but I think it's different. It's not showing up, but I just know that Mandela is from the South African president, Nelson Mandela. If someone else knows the meaning of Mandela, let me know. Where are you from? I am from New York. I was born in White Plains, New York, which is a county in Westchester County. Sorry, not a county. It's a city in a county called Westchester County, which is literally about 15 minutes from New York City. So yeah, that is where I am from. But I also consider myself from Columbia, Maryland, because I moved there when I was 8 years old, and I lived there till I was 18. So majority of my growing up life was in Columbia, Maryland. So I consider myself from there too. Number 3 is, what is your ethnicity? I am black. I'm black. My mom is African American. My father is black and Portuguese, or Cape Verdean and Portuguese, which is Latin or Latino and black, so Afro-Latino, if you will. But technically I'm black. So what people ask me where my background is from, or what as my background, I usually say black, Portuguese, and Cape Verdean, but I'm just black. So yeah, what are your best characteristics, physical and personality? I think I think my best physical characteristics are my eyes. I really think I have some nice eyes. My eyes are really, well, supposedly they're big. I don't think they're big, but other people say that they're big, and they have like an almond shape, and I think that's kind of the shape that I have are kind of unique, I think. Anyway, and then I really like my hair. Like, I've always loved my hair. I don't know, my hair is my thing. Like, I like hair. I guess another physical attribute that I really like is my waist and my hips. I have a really narrow waist. Like, it goes in and it goes out. I don't know, I just think I have a really nice waistline, and I have hips, or I feel like I have nice hips. So physically, those are my favorite aspects of myself. I think personality wise, but the best part of my personality is I feel I'm very empathetic to people, so I usually will give people the benefit of the doubt. I would try to like see things from different perspectives. I'm open to like understanding that my way of thinking isn't how everybody else thinks. So I think that's a big part of my personality that is really good. I also think that I'm also very direct, which is a good thing, because I just feel like being passive aggressive isn't a really productive way of being, especially when dealing with other people. So that's another big aspect of my personality that I think is really good. Okay, number 5. What other names did your parents want to name you? My mom actually wanted to name me Blue because my dad's last name is Green, so she wanted to just name me Blue Green, pretty much. My mom's an artist, she's a sculptor, so she thought it would be like, she thought it was the coolest thing. My dad was like, girl, no. So my mom wanted to name me Blue. She also wanted to name me Ilea, a girl's name. Skylar for a boy's name. She wanted to name me Eli. If I, as a girl, she wanted me to be a boy named Eli. I don't like Eli, but whatever. Glad she didn't name me that. I mean, I probably would have liked it if she named me that, but whatever. Number 6, what is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is losing people I love or losing people I care about. That's my dog growling in the background. What is the matter? He wants me to play ball with him. My biggest fear is losing people I care about because my father passed away when I was 9, so that was a really traumatic experience for me from a young age. So, like, I get really afraid that something bad's gonna happen to someone I care about. Like my boyfriend, I'm always like, where are you? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, because I'm always, same with my mom, like I'm just very like afraid that something might happen to someone. Like I just understand that life is real precious and short, so that's my biggest fear. Also, my biggest fear is failure. I'm afraid of failing, or I'm afraid of not failing, but like, failing. Like I'm afraid of not succeeding, I guess, or not being able to do what I tend out to do. Or taking too long and missing like my opportunity or something. Yeah, I'm afraid of that too. What is your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment, I have a few. I think maybe graduating college on time. Mostly because like my college was really expensive. It was $52,000 a year, and yeah, a year. And there was a time where I didn't think I was going to be able to get through it because it was so expensive, but I was able to graduate on time with a good GPA and from one of the top design schools in the country, so I'm really proud of that. And I'm also really accomplished that I got a job in my field right out of college, and I was there for 4 years, so it's like it looks good on my resume. So that in itself is an accomplishment for me. But as far as like I guess some other things is that I feel really accomplished when I put a video out two videos out every week. I'm really accomplished when I decide to create stuff. Like whenever I'm creating something artistically, I feel real accomplished afterwards, no matter what it is. So yeah, just being an artist in general and like succeeding is an accomplishment to me. So number 8, what inspires you? I'm inspired by everything. I would say anything and everything can inspire me. Like just because like someone's like doing something specific and I see it doesn't mean that's gonna inspire me, you know? Like it could be something so tiny that has nothing to do with anything. Like for instance, I'm gonna just use Afropunk last year as an example, because a lot of people asked me about my outfit and they were like, what inspired you to make this? What inspired you? Wearing like this really big flower headdress with like very floral and all that. My boyfriend wore something similar too, and people were like, where'd you buy that? Where'd you buy that? And I'm like, I made it. And they're like, oh my God, what inspired you? And honestly, the movie Moana inspired me. Like I saw the movie Moana and I was like, oh my God, I love this movie. It was like the first Disney movie that I loved since Pocahontas. Like loved. And I just loved the way they did all the artistry in it. And I was like, I really wanna like make she didn't even wear a headdress in the movie, but I just like saw the flowers and like the aesthetic of the culture, and I started Googling Polynesian culture, and I was like, and I just got inspired by the whole thing. So that is what inspired me. But or like for instance, another outfit I wore at Afropunk, I wore this gold like shoulder piece or whatever, and I made it, and people asked me, oh my God, what inspired you to make that? Game of Thrones. I was watching Game of Thrones. The whole aesthetic of Game of Thrones inspired me. It wasn't like I saw something specific and I copied it. It was literally just the whole production of Game of Thrones and their whole style is what inspired me to make something like that. Like I see things throughout my day, like I'll see something small and I'm like, oh, I like that, and it'll inspire me to make something. Being a creator is just constantly taking in like thoughts and ideas and visuals and kind of just piecing it together and creating it on your own, or doing something on your own with it that you have inside your head that maybe nobody else has at all, like your own style and everything. 9, what has required the most courage of your life so far? Not knowing what's gonna happen. I think honestly, literally like not living in the present and not knowing the future is a... Chase wants to say hello. Say hi guys, I'm lonely, I need pets and love. Yeah. Not knowing what I'm doing next. Like okay, so for instance when you graduate college, your thought is, I'm gonna get a job, right? In my field, right? But let's say you never get a job in your field, then you're like, okay, so what am I gonna do now? Like, I have this degree, but I'm not getting a job in my field, so what am I gonna do? Like, not knowing what you're gonna do next is really like scary, because you're like, okay, I had this plan, but my plan's not working out for me. Like, what am I gonna do now? Like, that's very scary to me. So it takes courage to like work through that and just try to find things to do in the present and be focused in the present. It takes a lot of courage. Number 10, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is purple, but I have other like colors that I like to use for certain things. So I wear black a lot. I wouldn't say black's my favorite color, but I like to wear black a lot. And then I like the color gold. I only wear gold jewelry. Gold is my inspiration for a lot of things. If I'm making something, it has to have gold in it. Like, my logo is gold. My designs for my butters are gold, which I'll be coming out with soon. You'll hear about that soon. I don't know. Gold inspires me a lot. So gold and purple, yeah, my favorite colors. What is your favorite Disney movie? My favorite Disney movie is Pocahontas. Like, she's just my favorite Disney movie, like, of all time. Like, she was the first brown, black, whatever you want to call her. I know she's Native American, but she's black to me. She's the first like Native American person of color that I saw in Disney that like I just felt a connection to, or I felt was like, that's me. I feel like she's me. She's my spirit animal. Like, that's kind of like how I felt. It's a Disney movie, like, you know, whatever. I mean, it's a real story, but based on a real story, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, what is your favorite music genre? My favorite music genre is hip hop and R&B. Specifically R&B, especially 90s and 80s R&B, but I'm really open, mostly just R&B, okay? Because I like music from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, to the early 2000s. I'm not like so hip about R&B now. Like, I like some songs now, but I'm really like stuck in like the past when it comes to music. What is your favorite clothing style? My favorite clothing style, and a style that I do a lot, is just like urban, edgy, really edgy. Like, I try to like, if I'm looking for a style, I look for edgy styles, stuff that like looks badass, I guess. Like, that's my style. Like, I kind of say that's my style. Like, I'm saying I'm girly, but it has like have an edgy flair to it, like a spice, like a pow. So that's my style. What school did you go to? My high school was Wild Lake High School in Columbia, Maryland, Howard County. My college was Parsons, the New School of Design. I went to school for communications design, got a BFA. Yeah. What are you likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? I engage conflict head on. And people always seem to think like just because you're real direct, that means you're like bitchy or whatever. But honestly, like, if someone has a problem with me, especially if it's a friend of mine, I'm gonna ask you, what's your problem? Like, what is the matter? What is wrong? Like, you need to tell me so we can address it and move on. I don't like when people like have a problem with me and I can feel it because I'm empathetic. And I'm like, what's the matter? And they're like, oh, it's nothing. Oh, no, it's okay. And they're over there talking to their friends about me, or brewing hatred or anger towards me because of something they think I meant to do on purpose, or they feel some type of way about, or whatever. And I can't fix it because they don't want to talk about it. And then they ended lashing out on me in other ways later because they decided to bottle it up. It's like, why don't you just tell me now? We could talk it through, we can be honest with each other, and then say, okay, I could apologize for what I did, or I could tell you why I did what I did or said, and we can move on, you know? So I'm very head-on about like problems. It's like, look, just say what you gotta say directly. Do not passive. Do not talk to me very indirectly or passive or whatever. I don't like that. That's bitchy. Just say what you're gonna say that's bothering you, like real, like, matter of fact, and I'll be like, okay, I'll take that and I'll handle it. So yeah, that's me. If number 16, if you had more courage, what would you do differently in your life now? Live somewhere else, like move to Italy, move to the Maldives, move to the Caribbean, open up a coconut shop on the beach. Like, I don't know, I would just do all kinds of things. Like, because, yeah, like, if I would have the courage to do it, I'd do it. But I don't. Number 17, what is good about how you're living your life right now? Well, right now, I'm learning major lessons in compassion, I guess humility. Yeah, and I'm also just kind of like learning just go with the flow. Like, I'm a natural planner. I love to plan things. My life, my bank account, my future, my plans, I just like planning things and my travels. So when things don't necessarily go your way, or like when things are kind of just taking their own turn, and not necessarily for the worse, but just like doing what you need to learn how to do to be a better person, it's like uncomfortable. So yeah, like right now, right, what's good about it is I'm learning to just like grow. Like I feel like I'm still growing, I'm having some growing pains right now, and I'm kind of starting to come outside of the darkness with it. Like before, there was like a time, I think about, there was a time like not too long ago where I just felt very confused about what I was doing, and now I'm feeling more like in tune with myself. So yeah, you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be? A weakness, fear. Honestly, like I think the biggest hurdle or problem I have is being fearful. I have a whole tattoo dedicated to it. Like I have a tattoo on the side of my head that says "Given to love or live in fear," because I learned, and I keep learning different stages of it, like in different ways, like how fear can just completely consume you and just like hold you back. And as soon as you decide to let go and just love yourself, and not even just love yourself, but just love others, and just true love, you're more likely to succeed. So like for instance, like let's say I wanted to start a business, right? But I was too scared to do it. Whether it meant I was scared because I didn't think I'd succeed, I didn't think I would be able to do it right, it was too much time, it was too much energy, I thought I could do something easier, like whatever reason or fear that I had that made me not do that thing, I'm holding myself back because I have the potential to be great in that one aspect, but because I'm afraid of the outcome, I'm holding myself back. You know what I'm saying? So I think my biggest thing with myself is fear, being afraid. I mean, I feel like when it comes to being like a creative, like I'm not afraid to try new things. I'm not afraid to like think outside the box. But I think that when it comes to like wanting to make the right move for myself, like I'm very thoughtful about that, and I could allow fear to kind of control those thoughts. So yeah, I think that's a big thing. Okay, number 19. Who has left the most impact in your life? Quite a few people. I would say my father, my mother, my boyfriend Blake, and all the people who were in my life and were no longer in my life, whether that be old friends, old lovers, old people, like or people who passed on, whatever. Like those people were no longer in my life because they served their purpose. Usually when someone comes into your life and they serve their purpose in your life and they leave, that they are the biggest lessons for you, because that means they're not there to be with you the entire life. They're not there to be with you your whole journey. They're there to they come in to teach you something, and then once you learn your lesson, they leave. That's it. So those people are like the biggest influences for me, or like not influences, but like biggest, like I guess people in my life, I guess, because they taught me something and allowed me to grow and be a better person, or grow and like just evolve, you know. Number 20. What is your superpower? I'm psychic. I can read minds. No, seriously, I can't read minds, but I'm empathetic, which is almost it's almost like reading minds, because you can literally just feel what someone's thinking or feel what someone's feeling. So like when you sense that, it's almost like you don't even need them to say anything. Because like for instance, my boyfriend, we're in tune with each other, so that's one thing. But like my boyfriend will like be thinking something, and let's say he doesn't want to tell me because he doesn't want it to affect me. So he'll just keep it to himself, and he won't. But I can tell that something's bothering him. I usually can tell even what it is. Like I'm like, that bothered you, didn't it? And it's just like he said he remember he told me he feels like it's like I'm cheating, like I'm cheating because I'm not allowing him to just like fake the funk. Like it's hard to explain. Like let's say we're out partying, right, and someone said something smart to him. Instead of saying, did you hear them say that something smart to me? He'll keep it to himself because he doesn't want to like ruin my time at the party. So, but I can sense that it's bothering, something's bothering him, and I can kind of tell him like, did Billy over there say something to you? Like I could just tell. Like I don't know. I'm like in tune with people. So like when people feel some type of way, I know. So I can feel the vibe, and it's like you don't even have to tell me what it is. You don't even have to tell me nothing. I know. Like so, I think my superpower is that, and I'm also a dreamer. people who've passed on into the next life, or like people who've died, like come into my dreams a lot, and I feel like they're connecting with me or talking to me or telling me to send a message to someone else. That happens a lot. I dream a lot. My dreams are always very vivid, and I feel like I can astral project myself. It sounds weird, it's a whole nother story, but like I literally feel like I can visit other people in my sleep, because I've done it. Like, it's weird, it's hard to explain, like especially if I have a connection with them. That's another story. But yeah, those are my superpowers, seriously, I'm not even kidding. Number 21, how many tattoos and piercings do you have? Okay, 4.5. 4.5 because one isn't finished. So yeah, and I'll show you guys one. My first tattoo was, I have this butterfly right here. My second one was the one you probably guys have seen, the one behind my neck. It starts back here. Ooh, can you see it? Starts back here and it goes down all to my shoulder. It's a bunch of hearts. The third one I got was this Given to Love or Live in Fear one. I'm not trying to show you my whole butt, but yeah, it goes all down my leg. And then the fourth one is this big thing right here. Oh wait, I have 5.5, sorry. 5, yeah, 5. Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I have 5, not 4.5, sorry, I have 5. Ignore that. Anyway, piercings, I have, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5, it's not in right now, 6, it's not in right now, and then I have 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have another one here, 11. I have 11 piercings. I used to have a belly button piercing. I got it pierced twice and it rejected, so those don't count. So technically I'd have 13, but because it rejected, I only have 11 piercings and 5 tattoos. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Number 22, what is your zodiac sign? I am a Pisces, which explains why I'm empathetic and why I'm a dreamer and why I'm intuitive and all that, because we're naturally like that. I would say I'm a true Pisces. People who are on the cusps, I'm sorry, you're not a true Pisces. I mean, you might have the, obviously you have the traits, but you also have traits of other signs. Like if you're on the cusp of Aries, you have Aries signs. If you're on the cusp of Aquarius, you have Aquarius signs. And let's not forget moon and ascending. I forgot the last one. My moon is Pisces, so I'm just Pisces, and my ascending is Cancer. So I'm just water everywhere. Like I'm literally a water sign. Your sun sign Pisces is, okay, so your sun sign Pisces is what you project. Your moon is how you feel on the inside, and your ascending is how people first see you. So like I'm a Pisces, right? So I project Pisces, so I project intuition, dreaming, psychic shit, right? And then, but on the inside I'm also a Pisces because I think Pisces, I think intuitive, I think empathy, all those things I project, I feel on the inside too. And then, but when people first meet me, they see Cancer. Or like when people don't know me that well, their first instinctual thought is Cancer traits. That's kind of like what we've gathered. So like for my boyfriend, he's a Cancer. His moon is Gemini and his ascending is Sagittarius. So people first meet him, they think he's so outgoing and like really people person and people, you know, like a Sagittarius. He projects Cancer, which I think he's a Cancer. Like he acts like a Cancer, but then on the inside he feels like a Gemini, which is that conflicting, that go back, because he goes back and forth with things, not his things, but like his personality is very like, I don't know, he can be very cheerful and you know excited, happy, all that, but it could also be very serious, very like, you know, cynical, very like, you know. So yeah, like I mean, what was my point in telling you guys this? I think for me, like what's the question was, what's my zodiac sign? And I went on a tangent. All right, what's my zodiac sign? I'm a Pisces. Number 23, how old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I was 7, and I found out because I was obsessed with this new doll called Baby Born, which was basically a baby doll that pooped. You could feed it and it pooped, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Like I felt like, oh my god, my mom, like at 7, right? And I thought it was cool and I wanted it, and my parents weren't able to get it for me for Christmas because it was sold out. So my mom got me these like twin baby dolls, which I still have somewhere, and they were really cute. But I didn't want that, and so I was complaining, like, because I used to write letters to Santa and Santa would write letters back to me, and basically I didn't get what I wanted, and I was like, why the heck would Santa give me this? I didn't understand at the time, like, okay, my mom and dad got me these dolls and it was sold out. I thought like Santa just gets whatever you asked for. If you were a good girl, Santa got it for you. So I'm like, okay, so Santa, like, I asked you for this and you gave me something else instead. Like, I don't understand. So I was pretty much complaining about it to my mom, like, I can't believe Santa did this to me. Like, I wanted this baby born. And I guess I was being bratty about it, and my mom just was like, well, Santa isn't real. And I'm like, excuse me, what? And she was just like, Santa's not real. I'm like, yes, he is. He writes me letters every year. She's like, didn't you ever notice it's my handwriting? I was like, that, I was so hurt. I'll never forget that. Number 24, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Bad gal Riri, duh. Like, we're literally soulmates because she's a Pisces and I'm a Pisces. And yeah, she's my soul sister. At number 25, what religion did you grow up believing? What do you believe now? Do you see my dog's feet right here? What do you believe now? And what religion what religion will you teach your children? Okay, I was brought up as a Baptist Christian. I would honestly say I stopped being a Christian in my early 20s when I was in college. Now I don't consider myself any religion. I just consider myself spiritual. I believe in God. I think that if I had to choose a religion that I'm closest to, it would be Judaism probably, and some Buddhism, because I do believe in God. I do believe that the Bible is history, is a history book. I believe that. But I think a lot of us take the Bible very, very literally, and it's not meant to be taken literally. And I just believe a whole lot of things with that. But I believe in God. God is my Lord, and God got my back. God is my source, all of that. I believe in that. But I just don't subscribe to the whole religion thing. I just think it's an old means of control over the masses, and I think it still controls a lot of people. I also I'm open to other religions. I'm open to all religions because I do think all religions lead to one thing, and that's God. And I believe I'm more open to African religions and mythologies because Christianity honestly is a religion that was taught to the slaves by white people because of as a means to control. So what were we learning, or what were we doing before we came here? We were learning the Yoruba, and we were learning different like African religions, or we were learning you know, Egyptian religions, or whatever African religions that we were I mean, we weren't Egyptian when we were coming from Africa from slave trade, but I'm saying all this to say is that we were learning other things before Christianity came in. Christianity is relatively a new religion. So, you know, I'm kind of, you know, I'm open to all religions, but I don't subscribe to any religion. And when I have children, I want to teach them a variety of religions and tell them, like, at the end of the day, God is what's real, and everyone subscribes to God, and that's what religion's based off of. And just teach them how to be spiritual, how to pray, how to, you know, talk with God, and just like that. I just feel like as long as you have your own personal relationship with God, you're good. And last but not least, number 26, what drains your energy and how do you regain it? Negative people drain my energy. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most positive person, because there's times where I'm negative, but that's just what drains my energy. Negative energy drains my energy. Negative people drain my energy. People who try to compete with me, people who try to challenge me not in a good way, not like challenge me to be better, but challenge me like outdo me, outshine me, like that kind of energy. Yeah, negative energy, anything that's negative, anything that's not a positive or gonna help someone grow is draining. How do I regain it? By dismissing the person, by keeping my distance from the person, by ignoring the person, just pretty much acting like they're non-existent. Allows me to like regain my energy, or just kind of, or what I learned recently is to like be non-resistant. So like if someone's draining your energy, just like, or someone is like moving into your space, just let them. Because if you, instead of trying to resist, because the more you resist, they get stuck in your space. So you're supposed to like imagine yourself as being clear or a glass of water and allowing them to pass through you so that they fully pass through you and they can't really actually touch you. They're just going through you, and then their energy doesn't get stuck inside you. Does that make sense? So that is what I'm gonna be, that's what I try to, I'm learning to do, is just have a different perspective on people who enter my space and see that it's not about me, it's about them. And once you realize, like, okay, the way you're acting like this because you're insecure, it has nothing to do with me, it's a lot easier to just accept it and be like, oh, okay, and have empathy for that person and allow it to pass through you. So yeah, that's it, guys. That is all the questions to get to know me, hear me talk, hear my mannerisms, my personality a little bit. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.